Hello, everyone. Welcome to the world news of salmon farming for the 7th of August. The traffic light system under scrutiny in a scientific journal. Effects of sea lice on wild salmon are overestimated. A recent literature review suggests that the precision of the Norwegian management system for salmon farming needs improvement to better conserve wild salmon. Published in the acclaimed journal Reviews in Aquaculture, the study finds that significant inaccuracies in the current system likely lead to overestimations of the impact of sea lice from salmon farms on wild Atlantic salmon. The study advocates for using existing research more comprehensively and ensuring the data and assumptions reflect current scientific knowledge. Enhancing the traffic light system, implemented in 2017 to regulate salmon farming based on estimated sea lice effects, could lead to better conservation of wild salmon and more effective aquaculture management. 58,000 have signed the petition. Call for a ban on RAS facilities in France. Land-based salmon farming facilities are facing significant opposition from residents and volunteer organizations. 3 RAS, recirculating aquaculture systems, farming projects currently under consideration in France, associated with smart salmon, pure salmon, and local ocean, are being contested by various opposition groups, supported by the French animal welfare NGO Wellfarm. Wellfarm argues that these hyper-intensive farming methods cause significant suffering for fish and is pushing for a total ban on such projects. Alongside the marine conservation organization Systemic, Wellfarm is calling for a moratorium on new RAS-based fish and shellfish farms to encourage better animal welfare and support sustainable development goals. Their petition has gained over 58,000 signatures. Wellfarm, based in Metz and founded in 1994, aims to improve the welfare of livestock throughout their lives. The seafood companies strengthen the team to ensure increased industrial political power. Johan Martin Kruger has assumed the role of advisor for industry policy and communication at Sjømatbedriftene as of August 1st. Despite his young age, Kruger has significant political experience from his roles in Unge Høyre and Nordland Høyre. The CEO of Sjømatbedriftene, Robert H. Eriksson, emphasized the increasing competition for attention and the crucial upcoming 2025 parliamentary election for the seafood industry. Eriksson believes Kruger will be a perfect addition to strengthen Sjømatbedriftene's political influence and serve as a robust link between members and authorities. Kruger, who previously worked at Nordafor Kompetanse and holds a master's degree in law with a focus on fisheries management, expressed his excitement about his new role, describing it as a dream job that aligns perfectly with his interests and expertise in the coastal and aquaculture sectors. The freight route from Oslo to Hong Kong. On September 4th, Hong Kong air cargo will commence a weekly flight between Hong Kong and Oslo, enhancing trade and transport links between Norway and Asia and bolstering global market competitiveness. This new route is expected to provide a more efficient and reliable entry for seafood into Asia, potentially improving product quality upon arrival, as noted by Avinor. Eva Bedelande, Avinor's cargo chief, expressed delight in welcoming Hong Kong air cargo to Oslo Airport. The new freight route will also diversify the offerings at Oslo Airport, increasing stability and reducing market change vulnerabilities. With more transport options available, Norwegian businesses will be better equipped to tackle global challenges. According to Seafood Council data, Norway has transported nearly 7,000 tons of salmon to Hong Kong this year, solidifying China's position as the largest market for Norwegian salmon in Asia, having surpassed Japan last year. Smooth landing for Engesund Fish Farming. But one thing worries them. Engesund Fish Farming, a trout farming company operating in several Norwegian municipalities, reported a 45.8% decline in revenue from 2022 to 2023, but still managed to record a profit increase due to lowered costs. While facing biological challenges and uncertainties regarding discretionary funding, a significant part of their strategy has been to engage the public through a visitor center, which saw increased attendance this year. Ownership changed recently, with Troland Lakseoppdrett and Televåg Fiskeoppdrett acquiring stakes. Despite these changes and challenges, the company sees a positive outlook for the future and highlights the successful implementation of environmental technologies. DNB Markets sees favorable timing for salmon purchases. DNB Markets has reported that despite recent weak demand in the fish farming sector, the outlook is now improving due to falling input costs. As a result, the market valuations are currently 13 to 23% below their 5- and 10-year averages, suggesting a more optimistic view towards the sector. The weaker Norwegian krone has offset the reduced demand, leading DNB Markets to raise its adjusted earnings per share estimates for 2025-2026 by 1%, aligning with consensus. Top sector picks include Mowi and Grieg Seafood, with SalMar Bakkafrost and Leroy Seafood receiving upgraded recommendations from hold to buy and revised price targets. DNB Markets holds buy recommendations across all covered fishery stocks. Increase in sales revenue and profit for Hjelvikfisk. The Vikebukt-based company Hjelvikfisk saw its revenue increase by 585% from 2022 to 2023, resulting in a pre-tax profit of 7.5 million kroner. Bjorn Vegard Løvik, chairman of the company and 100% owner through B&J Holding, attributes the growth to both extraordinary income from the reorganization of ownership in some investments and capital income from the same investments. Hjelvikfisk, which includes Hjelvik Settefisk and Hjelvik Matfisk among its interests, had no employees, but a book equity of 17.6 million kroner out of a total balance of 74.3 million kroner by year-end. Meanwhile, Hjelvik Matfisk had to transfer post-smolt fish from land to sea due to an acute disease likely caused by algae bloom. Løvik also noted that Satra Matfisk received its long-awaited license this summer, and planning for the project will commence in the fall. Debt-laden Prophylaxia multiplied the result. Prophylaxia, a company founded by the entrepreneurs of Atlantic Sapphire, experienced significant financial growth from 2022 to 2023, tripling its revenue and eightfolding its profits. The operating margin increased from 15.3% to 38.6%, thanks to favorable timing of fish harvests and high salmon prices. The company's success is also attributed to the acquisition of licenses in 2022, which enabled higher slaughter volumes. However, the company faces high financial costs, mostly related to the 2022 license purchase. Prophylaxia is involved in research, especially focusing on environmentally friendly methods to combat salmon lice using the snap pheromone. Despite increasing production costs and significant spending on research and development, the company expects strong future performance and plans to reinvest all profits to strengthen its capital structure. The main shareholders include Alsco, the holding company of Atlantic Sapphire's founders, and Prophylaxia holds a stake in Aquaculture Partner. Salmones Camanchaca will be delisted from the Oslo Stock Exchange. Chilean salmon farming company Salmones Camanchaca has applied to delist its Norwegian Depository Receipts (NDR) from Euronext Oslo Børs, following an underwhelming 6-year performance highlighted by poor liquidity and investor interest. Majority shareholder Camanchaca announced intentions in June to purchase up to 2,122,602 NDRs on the Oslo Børs. Over the past year, the company's stock price has plummeted by 58.9%. Despite these challenges, Salmones Camanchaca projects a 2024 harvest volume of 46,000 to 48,000 tons of Atlantic salmon and 4,000 to 5,000 tons of coho. It's about leadership. Nordland and Norway are losing significant opportunities and income daily due to the county governor's inability to process applications efficiently. Compared to regions like Trøndelag, Nordland lags behind, causing frustration among local businesses and municipalities. Key issues include extensive delays in processing aquaculture permits, resulting in financial losses and stunted economic growth. Although the government allocates funds, the lack of timely decisions hampers development. Immediate action is needed to resolve application backlogs and ensure fair treatment across all counties, allowing the business sector to thrive and contribute to societal development effectively. SalMar receives $1 million fine for incident in Hammerfest. The Norwegian Food Safety Authority's appeal unit has upheld a fine of over 1 million kroner imposed on Norwegian Royal Salmon, NRS, nearly 3 years ago. The penalty was levied following a fish mortality incident at Kokolv in Hammerfest, with the fine amounting to 3,510 kroner. Despite SalMar NRS's appeal to overturn or reduce the penalty, the appeal was rejected in July. The incident involved the death of 118,000 fish, attributed to inadequate adjustment to cold sea temperatures and a tenacibaculosis infection. The authority deemed the occurrence a severe preventable welfare violation and stated that the company gained an economic advantage by selling the surviving fish instead of destroying them. SalMar has since adjusted its procedures to prevent future incidents in cold waters. The company acknowledges the decision and notes that it predates SalMar's acquisition of NRS. Lost 200,000 juvenile fish after explosion. An explosion in the oxygen supply system severely impacted the fish at Hjelvikfisk in Vesterålen. The company, which specializes in Arctic char, experienced an alarm on July 24th. A critical oxygen cone had exploded, leading to the death of 200,000 fish, each weighing 40 to 50 grams, while the remaining fish were saved after the system was restored by early morning. Despite this setback, around 450,000 fish remained, expected to produce approximately 320 tons by 2026 to offset losses. The company's managing director, Trond Geir Reinsnes, highlighted that this was a significant disruption, but not a total loss. Hjelvikfisk has been farming Arctic char since the 1980s, with the facility becoming exclusively dedicated to this species in 1991. Sea Maritime hires new general manager from Bergen Hydraulic. Bergen-based Sea Maritime has emerged as a significant player in the marine crane market over recent years. To further strengthen and advance the company, Espen R. Jacobsen has been appointed as the new CEO, succeeding founder and former CEO Simen Sletten, who will continue as sales manager and chairman. With a robust order reserve exceeding 100 million, Sea Maritime is well positioned in the industry. Jacobsen brings nearly 20 years of experience from KIS Gruppen and Bergen Hydraulic, promising to leverage his technical expertise to propel the company forward. As Sea Maritime aims to enhance its organization, it will continue delivering high-quality, long-lasting marine cranes designed to reduce maintenance costs and ensure high uptime, produced in northern Italy.